Hello and welcome to the Nothing Files. This is Nick. Now, I don't want to flood the channel with Nothing Files content, but there's a damn good reason I'm recording this video right now, and it's because I just saw a fantastic movie, and that movie was Jurassic World. Not to play my whole hand, but spoiler alert, I really liked it. I did go in with an immense amount of trepidation, however. Jurassic Park was fantastic. Jurassic Park 2 was a pretty good follow-up to that movie. Jurassic Park 3 was a movie? However, it wasn't just the chronology of the previous movies that made me nervous about this one. It was the plot leaks about, okay, we've got weaponized dinosaurs, trained dinosaurs, velociraptors, the big bads that we built as like the smartest dinosaurs out there. Now they're fighting alongside Andy Dwyer from Parks and Rec. Additionally, we've got this idea of a whole new dinosaur that they've created, this Indominus Rex, that somehow they've just genetically pieced together to create a whole new dinosaur. And I'm not going to say that the science of the movie really holds up. I think if you put too much thought into it, you're probably not going to buy what it is they're selling. But that's the fun thing of these summer tentpole blockbuster movies. You don't necessarily need Neil deGrasse Tyson sitting there telling you, okay, and here's why this is accurate and here's why that's accurate. Make the plot holes small enough that I can buy it, and I'm on board. And that's what this movie does. I don't know that I believed Andy Dwyer. I keep referring to him as his character name. I don't know that I believed Chris Pratt is this big action hero. Yeah, he was great in Guardians of the Galaxy, but there was still that little bit of humor. And what I loved about this is he's a legitimate badass in the movie. Yeah, he has a couple of funny points, but you know what? Overall, he is not the comic relief. There's an entire other character that's comic relief, and he really just brings it. Not only is he jacked, funny, goofy guy, he's jacked, I'm going to be the guy that saves the day. And you're like, you're goddamn right you are. And he brought me along for the ride. It was a great action film that had enough character development that I cared. It wasn't that whole Michael Bay formula where it's like, okay, I'm going to introduce two characters, they're in a relationship. Now because there's a tie you understand, you're going to root for one of them. No, that's bullshit. There was enough backstory to say, okay, I care about these characters, but not too much to where it felt bogged down. Now, of course, after seeing Mad Max Fury Road, it's hard to watch an action film where more than 3 minutes of exposition happens without just insane carnage. But I think this movie really nailed it. You know, I went into Jurassic World, I didn't know what I was going to get from it, and what I got from it was a huge payoff. It's a super fun tentpole blockbuster movie, and it really made me feel like, man, I want to go back to Universal Studios. I want to go on those rides, because obviously it's a different thing. The rides at Universal Studios aren't sentient and carnivorous. But you know, you get that theme park, a little bit of danger, a little bit of fun, and I really enjoyed that. Sure, like I mentioned earlier, there's science plot holes. I mean, it gets a little dumb if you think about it too much. And, you know, the science is sketchy at best. But that's not why we're here. You know, you don't go to a James Bond film to say, oh, well, the physics of this action stunt, is that accurate? No, you want to see explosions, you want to see some cool car chases. And this movie gives you dinosaur chases. And how they shoehorn in the whole velociraptor, you know, tamed or domesticated, however you want to look at it thing. How they shoehorn in this Indominus Rex, which basically is the devil if he was a dinosaur. I love how they built that. And it's really interesting because, again, that, you know, they say, oh, you shouldn't have created this dinosaur, blah, blah, blah. And it seems like a bad idea, and it doesn't make sense. You know, okay, so this thing's a super intelligent apex predator that is just for the first time leaving its own paddock, trying to figure out what its place in the food chain is, and it's killing for sport. So it's ultra intelligent, but through that, it's just killing things not for a food source, exhausting basically its main chance for survival. Okay, that doesn't seem like that intelligent. It just seems, you know, like a bunch of buddies on a hunting trip with too many PBRs in them. However, you can get past that because the action moves you through it. And there are points in Jurassic World you cheer for the dinosaurs. You know, but that scene we've all seen in the trailer with Chris Pratt riding his motorcycle alongside a group of velociraptors looks cheesy as hell. You see it in the context of the movie and you're like, you're goddamn right. Go get 'em, boys. So I don't want to. I know Nothing Files has a history of spoiling movies. I don't want to do that today. I'm not going to give you the ins and outs of it. I'm just going to say this weekend, next weekend, whenever, check out Jurassic World. There's a lot of movies out there right now fighting for your, well, $7 to $24, depending on what theater you go to, for an individual seat. But this one definitely might earn it. So check out Jurassic World. I'm definitely going to give my nod to it. It's fun. It's a good waste of time. And you really walk out of the theater with that adrenaline rush. There's a lot of fun. And all this hype behind Chris Pratt. Is he the next big action hero? Can he be the next Indiana Jones? I don't know, before seeing this movie I could have said yes unequivocally. After seeing this movie, Chris Pratt, whatever you're in, I'm going to show up. I'm going to give you my hard-earned dollars. Because, man, you're bringing it. And that's awesome. Thanks for tuning into the Nothing Files. We'll see you again soon. Cheers.